Good morning. Well, afternoon. It's like after 1, I think. Yeah, no, it's 1 o'clock. I woke up at like 9. I was awake for about 2, 3 hours and decided to nap a little bit longer. I did talk to the realtor. I just got off the phone with her and she'll be calling me back here in about an hour, hour and a half. Because she's just in an area where it's just not very good reception. We're getting to talking, and it's like we've had plenty of buyers. People want to buy the house here. It's just that they were not wanting to take the time to figure out how to deal with, the shop thing, the whole easement thing, and all that stuff. And that's really what they didn't want to deal with, when really all they had to do was look the laws up, and it took me 5 minutes and could find that, as I've been saying, they were grandfathered in. They're legally there, so there's nothing that realistically that those landowners can actually do about the shop and all that at all. There's nothing they can actually do. I had already spoke to them directly about it, and they realized there's nothing they can do about it. That's why we're actually working together. They're good people. I like these property owners that I'm dealing with, so I'll come over here. So right over here on the other side of the grass, basically where the grass is, right there on the other side of the driveway, my property line basically ends right on the edge of the driveway right here. Once you get over here, and part of the boathouse down below here, and then the shop here, part of it sitting partway on the neighbor's lots. And they were built before the plat lines were put in, all that fun stuff. It was the people who own these lots, their parents bought the 2 lots from the original owner here. They actually knew the original owner, which was really fucking cool to learn more about the guy. I wish I could have done more with this place, but my health, my mental health, everything just hit a point that I couldn't do it anymore. I just don't have it in me to really keep pushing. It's time I start following some fucking dreams in my life and stop cleaning up problems and messes for people while basically adopting them for myself and being the one stuck with cleaning up other people's bullshit. I can't do that anymore. Because then in the end, it's just a bunch of bullshit. But when I started talking to her about cutting Win-Win Homes out, I was like, no. They just sent me the emails and stuff to renew the contracts with them. And it's like, like I told her, I waited to do anything till I talked to her, talked to my dad, who's the other loan holder on the home, and all that, and make sure everything's in the clear before I do anything. I was like, no, I'm not, I want to cut these fuckers out. This is a third party that realistically is driving the price down. So the realtor, it comes to find out, the realtor was telling them that they need to raise the price on the home and property to be sold. And instead of doing so, Win-Win had the price dropped another $5,000. So it went from like $219, basically $220, down to $214. And here at some point it's like $210. And I'm at the point, it's like, if I can get rid of this place at $210 myself to somebody, I'd be happy with it. And that's $40,000 below the bottom market value for this place. So it's like, I'd be happy with that. I told when I explained what I was doing with explained to the realtor what was going on, what I'm wanting to do, she got more excited about it because, like I told her, I was like, this is how I do business with people. If I'm going to do business with you, I'm not going to make sure that you're the only one benefiting from it, or I'm the only one benefiting from it, or this other person's the only one benefiting from it. Everybody involved has to be able to benefit from it. In essence, the same. Obviously, I'd benefit the most from this. But the realtor, the way it would have went with win-win is they would have kept driving the price down so much that I would have lost. I wouldn't have had enough to even get another home. And the realtor wouldn't have gotten paid shit. While win-win made a big chunk of money and walked away feeling good about themselves. So, from personal experience, I wouldn't deal with win-win if I was any of you guys unless you've got a really nice home. And it's, there's not a lot of work to be done and can be sold quickly at a high price. And they hide their negative reviews, I think. Coda. But I've been virtually homeless since June. And the only reason why I'm back here is because of the other neighbors. I'm having to camp out in my living room until this place sells, and I really don't want to be trapped here this winter. We get our first snow here first real snow here on Saturday, which I'll probably be up at the folks' place for a couple days here this coming weekend, this next weekend, whatever you want to call it. So I can at least go see some family and all that stuff. For the most part, I've just been here alone the whole time since being here. And I don't really know anybody down here, that I can call friend or anything like that at all. I know one person. I know the market guy. I consider him like a friend, but I don't go hang out with him. I don't do all that stuff. And it's just, And right now, with everything that's been going on, I haven't really been going down and talking to the market guy either too much, because it's just a lot of shit that I've been dealing with, and he's good people. No, when I explained to the realtor what my intentions were, she not only got really excited, she's like, we can get the value of the house, we can put the value back up to where it's supposed to be on the market, because they dropped it so much. And then on top of it, we'll be able to include the 2.25 acre lots here into the price and all that fun, awesome, groovy stuff. Which will then, in the end, it's just going to make things easier. We're not going to have to worry about property easements, anything like that at all at this point. So, when she explained it to me, I guess I've had a few dozen people wanting to buy the house, and the only reason why they couldn't is because they didn't want to look up the local laws for the properties or the buildings, and they didn't want to figure that part out. It took me 5 minutes, and then might as well say a week, to get permissions from those lot owners, those property owners, to allow me to include their land into the sale of my home, so that whoever buys this place doesn't have to worry about any easements on the shop or the boathouse. They'll own all that. And that's something I wanted to do. And while being here the first couple of years, is like, I wouldn't mind buying the 2.25 acre lots here, the 1/2 acre lot in the back there, all that fun stuff. But no, I was done at it wasn't long after that. It was maybe a couple months after that. I was like, no, fuck this place. I'm done. There's only so many times I could get abandoned here, be alienated and isolated as badly as I was all that time. That after the first 2 years, I was done. First 2-3 years, I was done. And the only reason why I kept going is because I knew I needed to get the value up so I could get another home, to any which way I could. Granted, there's a lot of cleanup here, and I can't do it all by myself. I can, but I don't have the strength and energy to do it. And battling depression and everything on top of it from all this shit, it's burning me out even faster. The positive of all this, though, is the house will not only be sold at the proper price. The realtor's going to make more money out of this. I'm going to, in the end, make more money out of this, even though that wasn't really necessarily the goal. It's just I need to be able to afford to get another home and afford the move and all. And I'm not going to be able to find a home here in Oregon for the price ranges that are out here. especially if I want something in a better condition than this one. And this one is livable. It's one of those homes. What would you call it? Instead of a mechanic special, uh, a repairman special or something like that. You can live in the home while you update it and repair it because it's livable. It's everything's been done to make sure it's livable. A lot of the hard stuff is done. There's still some shit that needs done though, obviously. Oh, and then property cleanup. I've been, when we dug out the pond and found an entire trash dump from 2 different owners, previous owners, it kind of made things worse. But sorry. No, things will hopefully get better. The fact that we've had some good hits on the house on people wanting to buy, but having an issue with that, with the easement thing. When it comes to home loans and how much you're paying each month, that extra 20 grand over a 30-year period is going to be like an extra $20. Maybe at most an extra $100. But, when it comes to your monthly payments, it's just most people, yeah. If I knew that's all it would be and I was in somebody's shoes to buy this place, I would do it. And I would have done it then when we originally got the house. I mean, if I just got a little bit bigger loan by 20 grand, raised my monthly payments by maybe $50. Let's just go right there in the median, $50, $75 a month to have an added a half acre and not have to worry about any bullshit because some people don't want to read laws. Fuck yeah, I'll do that because in the end, I can if I had done that and then did what I did to the house, I would be able to sell this for, be able to sell this for a lot more than what it is. And the fact that Win-Win was driving the price of the home down, it starts affecting the surrounding homes here. That starts affecting the other houses here in the neighborhood that are up for sale, and that's not okay. Just so that they can get a quick sale and make a chunk of money. When they promise to pay you $1,000 for the escrow of the home, whether they get it sold or not, they never paid. They lied on that. If I happen to see a check in the mail, then I'll say something. Yeah, they honored it, but they can go eat a fat one. But no. This place, I'm changing out. It's getting relisted. It's getting redone with the updated photos and all that stuff of the place. It'll be relisted with the land stuff. The 2 lots next door to be included in the price. All that. Excuse me. And we should be able to have a buyer rather quickly, considering we keep getting them. They just keep backing out because they don't want to take 5 minutes to look up local laws. So I basically have already done the work in that sense. Well, I did, and got the workaround for that. Everything else, got all that dealt with. It's just I want out. I need out of here. I need away from here. So, like I said, I'll go back up to the family's place for a few days before coming back down. When I get back down here, it's going to be snow. Because after tonight, it's going to start dropping back down in the mid-30s tomorrow. And then after that, into the mid to upper 20s throughout the rest of the week, basically. And then snow hits, and then temperatures start to drop a little more. So I don't want to be stuck here all winter. I'm probably here when I gotta go to the folks' place, go ahead and load up the generator and stuff like that I need to get out of here, before, the house sells, basically. That way it's done and dealt with. But I'll update folks on things here later on after I get done with the realtor, because we're going to get everything knocked out here today and the home be relisted and be properly done. Because, yeah, they even tried swindling her to get her to think that they had a renewal with me till the 13th when it's already over. It ended on the 2nd. And they're sending me emails and text messages asking me to renew. And it's like, no, I'm not renewing. I don't want to renew. You guys are starting to fuck me over, and in the long run, you're starting to screw over the other houses that are up for sale out here because you're driving down the prices. And it's making it so that if somebody was to sell their home, especially like in my shoes where I was having to have help from a third party because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, and now I'm just taking that leap and saying, no, you guys got to go. But they've driven prices down on homes, and almost a good 30 grand. That's not okay. That really isn't okay. So yeah, anyways, thanks for watching. I hope you guys have a good day, and I'll update y'all here later on once this shit gets going, basically. Yeah, I just gotta try and push, dig down deep and find that energy and that motivation to get this cleanup fucking done here in this house, and basically be ready to go on a moment's notice to leave, so that way I'm out and new homeowners can come in. So yeah, later.